Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Francisco Esteves. I'm Communication Manager of AED Cluster Portugal, and I will be your host for this morning. So without further ado, and thank you, Rui, for your motivational words on these opening remarks, I will pass on to Carlos Maio, which is the CEO of KSR Consulting, our partners in organizing the Careers Day. We will have the session post-Covid-19 for ASD industries, the challenges for human capital. Carlos, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Francisco, and I really thank you as well to Rui, his words, and really thank to AED to help us and to collaborate with us to organize this Career Days event. Really important for all of us. And we in our first panel we will speak about we will have the word that all of us heard most times in this last 1.5 years. So COVID, and COVID-19 really smashed all of us, smashed the way that we work, the way that we live, and we will speak about the influence and what happened in the companies, but what happened as well in the training entities, in the training flows with Professor Natália Alves and Mr. Arnaldo Frade. We will hear about with Arlindo Duarte from Embraer and about João Frade, and with João Frade about of Thales, what happened in the companies, what they felt that COVID really made to their enterprises. But what we will speak, my first question will be what happened. Then we will speak about what is happened and the predictions to the future while we are getting out of this COVID crisis, this pandemic crisis. This is a really important date for Portugal today. It will be the third phase of our phasing out of this pandemic crisis. Hopefully, we will not go back. Let's hope that. First of all, I will make a roundtable. I will start with Arlindo to present themselves, to present their companies. Of course, Arlindo, everyone knows Embraer, but then after Arlindo, Natália, Arnaldo, and then the last but not the least, João Frade. Okay, Arlindo, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, Carlos and audience, thank you very much first of all for the invitation, and let's talk about what happened and how we are managing all this crisis that all the sectors, inclusive aviation sectors, suffer so much. I'm HR director of Embraer Portugal. We are localized in Évora, Alentejo. We start our operations here in 2012, September. So we nine years ago. We are a part of Embraer Group, a Brazilian company, and talking about a little more about Portugal. So we have a huge impact concerning COVID-19. Of course, that aviation was one of the sector that suffer more with this virus. Okay, that no one knows well where he is, but we are taking care of it, and we were obliged to reduce our production last year and to adapt all our processes to this COVID-19. It was an experience that we were not expecting to happen, but I think we managed well, and now we are in the opposite route. We are again having more production, and we are facing this moment with a a very good support of everyone and all the employees. Talking about what COVID brought to us, I think it just brings us a more quick response to what I think we were expecting to do in I will say in the near future. So it was need to adapt our production, also implement home office. Before COVID, we already had the home office implemented in Embraer Portugal, but oblige us to think a little more different, and also to prepare the organization, all the training plans, all the tasks to permit us to continue to produce our components and be safe to the people. Of course, that we did not stop the operations. We continue to produce, but analyzing all the areas that we have inside the plant, we decided this area and this sector can work from home. So let's put all these people working in home office, and the others need to produce and need to come to the company. It was something that we started working February 2019. Okay, immediately when we start to listen about COVID in Europe. And thanks to that, I think we had a very good action plan. And nowadays we are preparing all the employees to continue, some of them working from home and the others to come to the plant. So for me it was strange, all this moment, but for sure HR becomes stronger with all this impact. Okay, because I think HR was a key piece of all this action plan, and the company and all our peers and all the management team understood that HR is a vital component of each company. Okay, more and more and more. So I think COVID-19 just show us that HR is a very important component in the company, that we are prepared to react and to put in place a very good action plan, and it's a key factor that we need to promote, we need to adapt, and we need to invest with a very strong focus on all the HR activities, and be supported by our peers and partners that could help us to go through all these crises and all these moments. Again, I think COVID just show us that we need to rush and need to put in place some measures that in the near future will be mandatory for all the companies. That's my mainly idea about this.
Thank you very much, and I will keep the lead. HR becomes stronger with this crisis, so this will be a very good lead for the rest of our panel. Natalia, you are a teacher, so you had a huge challenge to teach your students in this environment. What happened? What was the main challenge that you felt during this time?
Hi, thank you, Carlos. First of all, I want to thank you for the invitation to be part in this roundtable. It's very okay. And so I'm a teacher. I'm a professor at University Institute of Education of the University of Lisbon. And I do some research about initial and continuing vocational education and training. And focusing on what happened with COVID, we were the first university in Portugal that closed in early February. And we all came to the remote way of teaching. And this was very, very challenging. First of all, because as you probably might know, at university, well, most of us, we are very conservative, and we are very resistant to use IT technologies to teach. So suddenly, all of us, old people, because the university professors, we are getting older and older. So suddenly we faced with the problem, how shall we deal with this new challenge? And it was really quite a challenge, because it was impossible to teach the way we were used to. So we need to motivate our students and to engage our students in the learning activities. So the main change was that we were obliged to use IT to teach. That make us to look for several apps and all these available devices and support technologies to teach. The results, and we are doing some research now to see what happened, is that we became very innovative, and we were obliged to make use of technology to teach and to change radically our teaching methodologies. The result was that the students had to deal with a more, how shall I say it? Okay, they had to work more than when they were in a face-to-face class, okay? And this was also very challenging for them, because, they are the millennials. They were born with iPads, mobile phones, and all these devices. But they were able to do something that they were not supposed to do, that very active engagement in learning. One thing is to be in a classroom listening a teacher for 1-2 hours and having the mind wherever they want to. Another thing is to have tasks and to be to have to do some more active work. By saying this, I would say that this is a very good experience from my point of view, of course, because it was a way that we could develop what I think that are the most important competencies for the near future. And what I mean is the transversal, the soft skills, whatever you want to call it. But this new way of teaching help us to develop these key competencies for the future, like active learning and learning skills, like critical thinking. And it was very easy to do it with all these apps and new software that we were not used to use in the face-to-face teaching, and now we can use it for teaching. And by saying this, is that, okay, we know that many faculties and universities, they already use active teaching methodologies. But this obliges us to invest in new teaching skills to promote near the students the development of these very important skills. My question is that, and as I'm very skeptical, how this innovation, so to say, will be reproduced when now that we are coming back to the face-to-face teaching. Okay.
Thank you, Natália. You put a question that I will take advantage of your question, so to follow the panel, because that's a really important question. How this innovation will be followed in the future? How can we take advantage of this innovation that was obeyed, that we were obeyed to take? So, but freeze that question and allow me to take your question to next step, please.
Thank you.
So thank you, Natália. So I will pass to Arnaldo. Arnaldo, you're from IEFP. It's as well a training institution that really that is a successful case. For example, with Embraer that we have here in Évora, it's a successful case as well in Setúbal with other companies. For example, with LAUAC, that is an Portuguese aerospace company as well. So it's a French aerospace company, but this is in Portugal. But but as a training institution, you are a vocational and training institution. To make a remote teaching, it was harder for you, I believe.
Well, good morning. I don't know if it is necessary to speak in English, because I'm not fluent in English. I don't know. What do you prefer?
Yes, maybe.
If I speak in English, I have to speak a little communication.
You can speak in Portuguese, and then I will try to translate.
I'm trying to talk in English, okay? But it's necessary a small communication. Well, we are in the, as you know, we are public employment services, and we trying to work every day to the enterprises and to the students and the unemployment as well. And we have many structures, many services in Alentejo, in many areas, training areas. As you know, we are working with Embraer, Mecacrom, LAUAC, and the other companies in the region. And since 2012, we are working especially in the industry with Embraering to training people to go to that enterprises. And we have more or less 1,040 people training in many hours in the technological pole. And we try to do the answer the enterprises need. And in the COVID-19, we felt the people look to these enterprises with a different way that he looked at after before the COVID-19. Because they saw it's possible as well have unemployment in this sector. And that is a problem we are trying to tell that people. It's something in many hours, and it's not possible to an enterprise maintain the workers if they have not contracts. And the situation now it's better than 1 year ago, and we try to tell that to the students. I think we have many problems in Alentejo in this area, the training, because sometimes the people don't understand the importance of the training, and sometimes the remuneration without training is more or less similar that they trying to have a training and go to the work market. And that's a problem, and it's a problem too because we have not so much people in our services to go to the training, the work market, and we need to attract new residents. We have a problem with housing policy. It's not easy to have a house with the remuneration, the media remuneration in the region. Is a problem, the job security sometimes in various sectors and many sectors. And I think we have to work together to conscientize the many institutions to do the right thing, to attract new people with good housing policies. I think the municipalities have an important role in this problem, and the institute, the IEFP, we are now investing many million of euros in structures and in equipment. More than 40 million euros. We have more or less 280,000 millions to invest in all the IEFP, 80 million euros in new investments in new structures, and Evra will receive many millions to the structure and in equipment too. And I think we have possibilities to continue to work together to sensibilize the people. We have good enterprises like Embraer, Lauac, Mecacrom, and they need new workers, and we are prepared to training the people to for this big challenge. Big challenge to have I think it's a big challenge, and we have to work together in this issue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arnaldo. Yeah, it was really nice, and it's good to hear that you have millions to invest and to support companies to train their people, their future employees, but as well their actual employees. Yeah, we will speak about that a little bit later. Now I pass to João. João is the attracting and hiring manager of Thales. I think I said well, João, but Thales is a different model of company, or a different company from Embraer, for example. I believe that remote work was really a challenge for you. It was something that most of your company are now used to, I believe.
Yeah, just before answering your question, I would like to extend my compliments to all the participants in this panel. I didn't have the chance to do it at the beginning, but yeah, I know seeing the panel, I see that I have connections with all of them. For instance, Arnaldo, we share the same surname, but we are not related, as far as I understand. And I have good friends that worked at Embraer. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. And Professor Natália, I was a neighbor. My alma mater is a neighbor of yours, so I know well. I know well the Education Institute. So, but I passed really good times at the building. So we had a mixed result with this situation. It was interesting to see the resilience of the people going home, working from home. Some activities were not able to be remote, because we have labs, we have the validation and integration teams in some areas that need to be in the office, because some of our products are not, due to security issues, are not able to be accessed remotely. So we had some people being still in the office. But the rest of the people adapted quite well, and now we are in the transition phase that we're expecting for a few months now. So what's going to be, now that we are safer, that we are in a different context, what will be the return to the office? So that's the main challenge now. But during the peak of the pandemic, we were able to keep our people working, keep our people rolling. We delivered the project. We still hired people, which was interesting. Of course, we noticed some changes in the labor market currently, mostly because of the a change in behavior of the candidates, of the people that are in the market, or that want to change projects. But overall, it was interesting to see the flexibility and adaptation of the people to this situation, and it was fruitful for us to see that it is possible to have a less centralized structure and to work in a different way, because we still have the Scrum meetings, we still have the teams working together, we still have the teams sharing knowledge, we still have the people learning, people delivering in a different context. So it was interesting to see that it did impact. Sorry for saying this, but this impacted positively the way we work. So the challenge now is to try to create a model that would respond to this new paradigm, and this was as Arnaldo said, as Arlindo said, we would expect this change, but in a few years, not now. But it is a good opportunity to change, and we need to adapt to the different needs and to the different roles within a team, because we have in Thales in general, and Edisoft as well, we have digital roles that are able to be fully remote, accessing the systems and developing and delivering the projects fully digitally. But we still have some traditional low-level systems that need to be tended to, need to be configured, need to be validated, need to be tended to physically. So it's a matter of reaching the balance in this context. And regarding the market, it was interesting to see also the change, because in 2019 it was the market was quite competitive. And we had newcomers to Portugal, digital companies that have strong talent brands, but we were able to attract easily people. Nowadays, people are more conservative regarding change, so they are not willing to change as easily or as fast as in 2019. 2020 was an atypical year, of course, in all aspects. But 2021, I thought that it would be that we would have a return to almost previous status in the market from 2019, so not quite as active, but actually people are more conservative. They are.
That's really interesting to hear, because one of the things that everybody said, it was that people were flexible to change their work to the remote work and to gain new competences to adapt themselves to this new challenge of working remotely or working with new security measures. But then they are more conservative to change job. It's something, it's a parallel that is really interesting to maybe to talk. But I took some notes, and there are some underlines that I would like to make. First, it was what Arlindo said. It was HR becomes stronger. That's really nice for us. Natália said that the transversal and soft skills gain a new importance in this world. It's funny, because in the digital world, the transversal and these soft skills gain new importance, huge importance. You João, you said that there are changes in the labor market, and we are now creating a new model for this new paradigm. Yeah, I will make you the $1 million question. What is the new paradigm of work in the next years? But I will make a concrete question to Natália, because one of and João and Arlindo, that is, I know, Natália, that you study a lot the informal training in the companies. And while we are taking a coffee in the company, yeah, we speak a lot of family and weekend things that employers don't like, but as well in this, those are very important moments of training, of exchanging information, of exchanging knowledge. How in this digital world, how can we, if we are at home and if we are working remotely, this is a huge challenge, because companies, maybe, I don't know, I'm hoping your answer, maybe will lose this exchange of information and this informal training with their employees. What do you think about this, Natália?
Well, first of all, we will not stay at home forever. That's that's the first. Okay, and
that's the first very good news that I hear.
Exactly. That's secondly, as far as I can see from what I read from the human resources strategies of the enterprises, I would say that the main path will be a mix of working home and working at the office. Okay, and mainly because okay, it's good for companies, of course, because they know that it's important to have people together, and also because workers, they need to be together. It's important for them because it's not, it's the human relation, but it also, as far as I can see, the way they integrate in the enterprise. And I could listen several statements of people who are losing control, and I'm talking about workers, that being at home, they are losing the small pieces of power that they have in the firms. Staying at home, they are not, they miss the life of the company. And it's very important for the integration. It's very important for careers. So for career development, that people are in contact with the others. So what I would say is that, okay, we'll not stay, we will start being together, and this informal learning will be back, because having a coffee, as you know much better than I, that I'm an academic, I'm only studying that, okay, having a coffee with colleagues and talking about work problems, sometimes it's one of the best way to find solutions. So, okay, we are not missing this, and I think I don't believe that we all come back, stay in the remote work, not at all. Probably some, yes, yeah. The informatics, and okay, it will be easy for them, but I think that we'll be back to normal quite soon. So informal learning will be present, because of course it's impossible to have it in remote work. It's impossible.
Arlindo, did you feel that you lost that informal training in your company? And Natália already, I think that she already answered to the new paradigm of working, that is hybrid work, that everybody now is talking about. But did you feel that you lost anything in the communication with your workers, between your workers? And what is in your opinion, the new paradigm of working in a manufacturing environment?
Well, Carlos, in the manufacturing environment, for sure that we will always have a lot of people working in the plant, first of all, okay, because they cannot do their work remotely. That's for sure. But also COVID-19 shows us that things change, okay? Nothing will be as it was in the past, okay? And let me, and I say this because I'm a little happy with this, because when you are in the you are in the place where it's difficult to attract and retain, okay, all the areas, all that support this manufacturing other areas, okay, that we call staff can work remotely from home, but for sure also that nothing will replace the physical and interpersonal contact between people, okay, for sure. So I feel that some people were very happy to be able to produce the same output staying at home, okay, without looking to the watch to see the hours, if they need to start at 8 a.m. and finish at 7 or 5 p.m. Okay, because what we expect from them, it's just the output, the final output. Okay, and they are very efficient working like that. But also it's a mix of feelings that I think they felt a little the physical contact between the colleagues, between peers, between all the people that they are used to drink coffee every day at the office. Okay, so I think what we will have in the future is a hybrid concept of way of working for without any doubt, for sure. Okay, but even the people that are working from home will need to come to the company once a month, twice a month, to have that physical contact that they so much need. Okay, so I think it's the future. Once again, I'm happy from one side because that helped me as HR to attract easily people that if they were not able to work remotely, what's not possible to bring them, to join them with us. Okay, so I think personally I feel the need to have contact with people. Okay, I can do in a very easy way remote work from home, 1-2 days at my home working remotely, but I feel I feel the need to be at the company, to contact the people, with the operators, with the other people, to ask them how is the family, let's drink a coffee, let's talk about a very important subject, maybe when we are drinking the coffee, because we are in one-on-one conversation, okay, in a more open environment. So that will be the future for me. Okay, I think I agree with Natália. It's a mix. Okay, and I truly believe that the physical internal personal contact will be a need for forever. Okay.
Yeah, good. João, you have a profile that is, as you said, you have different profiles. Of course, you have the ones that will still remain in physically and all the time physically in their work, but you have as well huge number of profiles that will work remotely and will continuously work, I believe, in a hybrid mode. You said that you had good experience with the remote work, but how was the challenge of your communication, of passing the communication and passing the message to your employees? Because it was a challenge, because even to the HR manager, we sometimes we take advantage of the coffee and the coffee break in the companies to pass some message, to pass some culture. How was this challenge in your company? What was your experience to pass the message to your employees?
Well, I think the stars here were the team managers. So the technical leads, the team managers, the ones that are closer to the technical teams, to the teams that kept constantly contact with their teams. So I think that this, of course, it is necessary, it is essential, but not only at this stage, but it is essential to have a general communication practice in the company. So an internal communication in the company, to have that common culture, common connection and commitment with the company. But in this case, I believe that what was a differentiator was the small scale teams. So the teams, the cores that are responsible for some products, etc. So the teams that work directly, those were the ones that could manage the motivation, that could manage the challenges of being apart, because once again, not being able to be close to the people and not being able to at a coffee break having a chat with someone and just ask, so how are you doing? what's happening with you? That connection with the team is essential. So one thing that's that I anticipate in the future is that the future leads of the companies, of course, will have this experience. So the once again, the paradigm is shifting. So they will have this experience and will manage and will motivate people to work in this way. So communicating closely to your team, of course, interacting with the bigger team, but interacting closer to your team. And as the generations renew within the companies, within leadership of the companies, this will be a practice, because of course we are still our current configuration has different generations of working people. We still have people that always worked at office and are used to be at the office since the beginning, and not being at the office would mean being on vacation. And that mindset is changing, but of course it will be easier to change in the newest, in the recent generation. So the people that are currently team managers, the people that are currently entering the labor market, the graduates. And when we will have this I would say 2-3 generations on, this will be the norm. So there won't be, we won't have those. We'll still have the people that say, okay, I only work at the office. I'm not able to work anywhere else. If I'm not at the office, I can't concentrate. I can't deliver. Oh, of course, we will always have those people, but they will be the minority. Okay, and that being a minority, they have to be tended to as well. So that we have to take into consideration that we have to. The key word here is flexibility. You have to respond to which employee in the matter that is more compatible to their kind of job, their kind of work. Of course, if someone wants to work from home but has to be in the lab, we have to manage that in a different way. We have to reach a commitment, of course. But I think it's a matter of continuous adaptation to this new paradigm.
Yeah, it is really interesting what you've been saying, and I took a note that you said that smaller teams did manage better than bigger teams. Yeah, and maybe we're getting back to the small is beautiful. But it is really, it is of course easier to communicate with smaller teams. Arnaldo, I know that you have to leave us a little bit earlier. I will just ask you, how do you, as a training institution, are preparing your students, or did you manage any change in your training curriculums to prepare your students to this new paradigm, to these new working models?
Well, I think it's better to talk in Portuguese now. Bom, nós, de facto, no que diz respeito aos currículos, nós não temos uma intervenção direta, porque a Agência Nacional de Qualificação, no que diz respeito ao Catálogo Nacional de Qualificações, tem essa função. Nós o que fazemos muitas vezes é, em função da necessidade que encontramos, sensibilizar exatamente a agência para a construção de novos perfis adequados, de facto, às necessidades. E esse é um trabalho contínuo que se vai fazendo. E, portanto, a nossa atenção é total relativamente a essa matéria e resulta muito da sensibilidade recolhida daquilo que são as necessidades do destinatário final. E, portanto, a relação entre o Instituto e as empresas e as várias instituições é de facto determinante naquilo que seja a nossa preparação adequada para o futuro, e é por isso que fazemos muita questão em ter esse tipo de relacionamento, aliás o que se passa com a Embraer, com a Mecacrom, mas não só neste setor da aeronáutica e da indústria, nós procuramos ter uma relação muito próxima para perceber antecipadamente aquilo que são as necessidades. E este é um ponto determinante, a antecipação do conhecimento das necessidades. E continua a haver muitas dificuldades em consciencializar alguns atores de que o conhecimento atempado, não só para a identificação dos perfis, mas também para a concretização da formação, é determinante. E por vezes surgem investidores que de facto têm um relacionamento próximo com os municípios, porque é impossível instalarem-se sem uma relação muito próxima com os municípios, ao nível dos licenciamentos e de outras autorizações, mas por vezes esquecem-se de enquadrar os atores ao nível da formação que podem preparar os recursos adequadamente. E muitas vezes somos confrontados com situações que vão surgir dentro em pouco em termos da criação dos próprios postos de trabalho, sem que as pessoas estejam preparadas para ocupar esses lugares. Sendo que no Alentejo temos ainda um problema acrescido. Nós somos um serviço público onde normalmente estão inscritas as pessoas que têm mais dificuldades. É muito fácil integrar no mercado de trabalho um engenheiro doutorado através de um caderno do Expresso, mas é muito difícil de colocar no mercado de trabalho alguém que vem de uma família desestruturada, que tem problemas graves e que tem as maiores deficiências a todos os níveis. Nem o empregador, ao fim de algum tempo, terá condições para manter uma pessoa num posto de trabalho dessa natureza. E, portanto, as pessoas com que nós trabalhamos maioritariamente são pessoas que têm problemas diversos, temos um número muito significativo de pessoas com mais de 55 anos, por isso eu dizia há pouco na minha intervenção que é determinante uma política de captação de novos residentes, que implica um relacionamento com várias entidades a vários níveis, desde o Governo Central, à Comissão de Coordenação Regional, os municípios, as comunidades intermunicipais, porque de facto ao nível da política de habitação, as questões da remuneração, obviamente, são também fundamentais. Nós não podemos ter, por exemplo, num setor como o turismo, alguém que trabalha numa cozinha e que sai à 1 da manhã, num espaço que não tem transportes públicos, que tem que levar o seu próprio carro, que tem que, de facto, fazer todo esse percurso, trabalhar ao sábado, domingo, dia de Natal, saber 3 línguas e depois ganhar 600 euros. E, portanto, tem que haver aqui um equilíbrio, não se pode também fazer com que as empresas paguem através de recursos que não têm e, portanto, tem que haver um equilíbrio entre aquilo que é, de facto, a remuneração do trabalho, aquilo que é, de facto, os valores praticados pelo mercado do arrendamento, que não existe muitas vezes no Alentejo, aquilo que é um sistema de transportes que não existe público e que devia existir por forma a que as pessoas possam deslocar para o local de trabalho com outras facilidades. Portanto, há aqui um conjunto de desafios muito grandes e, portanto, partindo da questão da identificação prévia dos perfis e da sua adequação a todo o tempo, há também um conjunto de matérias em paralelo que temos que todos trabalhar. Como eu dizia há pouco, o IEFP vai entrar numa fase de aquisição de equipamentos, portanto, a vários níveis, que são equipamentos de ponta e em condições de poder formar, do ponto de vista formal, as pessoas em função das necessidades. Isso já acontece com o Polo Tecnológico de Évora, mas acontecerá agora ainda mais por todo o país por via deste reforço, incluindo as próprias instalações que estão a ser adaptadas para terem novas condições de trabalho e, inclusivamente, estamos a construir novos centros, incluindo na região Alentejo, onde agora estou, por exemplo, no Alentejo Litoral, acabamos de adquirir o antigo Instituto de Piaget e vamos em 64 mil metros fazer um investimento superior a 20 milhões de euros que vai capacitar de facto o serviço público para dar uma resposta nesta zona do Porto de Sinos e do Alentejo Litoral de uma forma que até aqui não foi dada. Portanto, eu diria que temos melhores condições em termos de serviço público, temos já ótimas experiências no que diz respeito a um relacionamento estreito com várias empresas em vários setores, importa agora talvez termos a capacidade de, cada um em função da sua área de competência, juntos, termos, de facto, condições para melhorar aquilo que é a integração no mercado de trabalho, melhorar aquilo que são as condições que as empresas também possam ter no terreno de recrutamento de pessoas, de facto, em condições adequadas.
Muito obrigado, Arnaldo. Thank you very much, Arnaldo. I will just make a quick resume of what Arnaldo said. And he focused in this big ecosystem. There will be no individual solutions for companies or for training entities. He focused in this big ecosystem of the training entities, enterprises, public policies like housing, transports. It's really important to all of this will merge in a common goal. And it's really important to all these entities to speak between themselves and to work in a parallel way, but as well in a merged way. Yeah, he spoke as well about the huge investment of IEFP to support the needs in for example, Alentejo. And not just in aerospace sector, but as well in Sines, but as well to support the new energy cluster that will for sure appear in Sines, but to support aerospace sectors, and aerospace enterprise like Embraer, Lawak, and Nakacom. So we have to finish. I just want to make a 30-second question to João, Natália, and Arlindo, but we have here a question in the audience that is, could IEFP support a training program in aerospace related to environmental airborne monitoring? To whom should it be presented? I will forward this question to Arnaldo, then Arnaldo, Francisco, please, please forward this the Arnaldo's answers to the audience or the ones that made this question, because I just want to make as an HR person, it was really nice for me to hear that transversal and soft skills are getting more important, that HR becomes stronger. I think that when people lack the connection with other people, felt more the importance of connecting with people, of HR, of the HR policies, of HR departments. So in 30 seconds, please, Arlindo, Natália, and João, why did you feel that HR becomes stronger, and why did you feel that transversal and soft skills really are nowadays more keen, more important to integrate people and to hire people, and as well to the career development of people?
Well, Carlos, because people are the key. Mm-hmm. That's it. Everyone knows that the HR departments or HR focus, most of the industries start with technical hard skills side, technical hard skills. And nowadays, everyone understand and believe that soft skills are so equal or more important, I will say, mm-hmm. than technical skills, okay? So that's why I think HR is stronger, is more recognized in this moment, because all the environment put us in test, I will say, and we proved that companies need to have and be more focused on people, soft skills, and not just the technical side. Good. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you, Arlindo. João, what do you think?
Sorry, I was in mute. No, I agree. It's important to we already had this concern of having people motivated and having people committed to everything and trained, but with this current context, it is key to keep people happy it's quite broad. This affirmation is quite broad. So what is happy? But keep people as happy and as committed as possible in order to tackle any changes in the future, because we are still not in a stable situation. So this can change from a minute or to the other. Yesterday I spoke with a colleague in an European country, in Romania, and they are now all in lockdown again. So it's it's a situation that they can change. Gladly, we are all knowledgeable of what's necessary to do in a case like that, so we can quickly respond to this crisis. But yeah, people need to be tended to, people need to be heard, most of all, and people need to be answered, and people need to have their needs answered by the companies. Of course, it's not easy to do it in one day. It's something that will take some time, but I think we are in a good path.
Thank you, João. Natalia, we already have here Francisco pushing us. So in 30 seconds, I take the happy word that João raised. It was okay. Do you think that now it's people believe more in the importance of having happy people in their organizations?
Oops, that would be a very, very long talk.
Okay, in 30 seconds.
Okay, okay, leave it for next time. Because okay, happy, we should discuss it more deeply. What does it mean to be happy in work?
So we'll finish in a happy way. So okay. In a very happy way, and I really thank you all. This really fruitful discussion. It was really nice to have you here with us. If it wasn't for Francisco and his pressure, we will be here longer. But we have Francisco. That's his fault. So. Francisco.
Yeah, blame it on me. No problem. No, thank you, Carlos. Thank you very much for your moderation, and thank you to all the speakers for your brilliant and very clear interventions. And of course, we will be discussing this topic all morning long, and we will have other opportunities, I'm sure, to detail a little bit more this.
The next panel will be about happy people in organizations. To Natália speak about that.
Exactly. And we also if we had time, we would be having some questions from the audience, and keep them coming, please. If we have time, we will be glad to answer. And some of these questions were made, as Carlos said, focused to only one entity. So we'll forward them to the respective entity, and we'll get back to you later. So Carlos, thank you very much. To all my dear speakers, thank you very much. And we will be right back for the next session. So please stay tuned. We'll be back in a few seconds. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.